my oven doesn't go below 150 degrees, so I was stuck with either having to build a hop Oast or finding a different heat source. And because I have enough brewing equipment already, I decided to do it this way. Now, what I have is a fan on top of the oven, and the heat source I have a simple hot plate. This allows me to achieve temperatures anywhere from room temperature all the way up to 150 degrees. For example, if I set it at 150 with the fan on at the top of the oven, the temperature inside will stay at about 100 degrees for hours and hours. The cord runs down underneath through the door, and if your oven's like mine, you'll have a space under here, right underneath the door, which is great because that allows the air to flow through the bottom of the oven and all the way up through to the top to this fan, and the fan draws the air out. Now this is a fan I just picked up at a thrift store for $8. I think it's a humidifier of some kind. Anyway, all it is now is just a fan on top. You can also use a computer fan or something like that. Most ovens have a vent like this. If you take the element out, you'll see the hole that goes right into the oven. And I know, I should clean my oven. And it's not that loud. Now that's with the fan on low, which is where I keep it. It's certainly not as loud as some dehydrators, and that's the nice thing about this too. It also works really well as a food dehydrator. I've done apples and mangoes and other stuff too. So again, the cord comes down here, and I just put an extension cord down here, which goes all the way up, plugs into the wall. So basically I'm just utilizing the space of the oven and the shelves. I can fit 4 of these shelves in here, which go into the slots on the side of the oven. Now this is just really basic. I had some old plywood lying around, and I just cut holes in it and stapled some screen, some window screen. Metal window screen, of course. And it's a 1/4-inch plywood, so it fits really nicely in the grooves. And that's it. It takes me about 6 to 8 hours to dry out hops this way, depending on how wet the hops are. Alright, here are my hops from Steveston, which look awesome. Look at the size of that. It's like a pine cone. Nice and green, but kind of dry. And here are all the hops from Granville Island, which probably could have been picked a couple of weeks ago. They're looking kind of pale, kind of brown. They're all opening up and falling apart. So probably should have gotten to these about the beginning of September. But these ones are perfect.